Yes, we have to sell what we have and also to buy what we don't have. Right now, Burkina Faso want nuclear technology. So the West, America, Europe will not give Burkina Faso this technology. It's only Russia. And Russia will not give this technology for free. So we have to sell our gold to buy nuclear technology. Dear lovely family, friends, fellow Africans, as you know, Burkina Faso has granted gold mining license to Russian company, not gold. There's those who are tried to mislead this information by saying that Burkina Faso has surrendered gold to Russia and many things like that. But the truth is that right now, Burkina Faso is under construction. Everything is in the whole country need to be redone. We know that what France did, infrastructures were destroyed, so everything need to be done as a fresh. That's why you see schools are being built, agricultural equipment are being bought, construction equipment are being bought, hospitals are being built, but all those things need money. So how are we going to get money? We know that people have been supporting, and we see contribution from people, diaspora, and also government budgets, but that is not enough. We need also to sell what we have, to sell our gold in order to get money. And of course, we know that we are using CFA franc, the currency that is being controlled and printed in Paris. Right now, I'm sure France will not print this currency for Burkina Faso. So we have to pay maybe through gold. And that's what Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing. You may ask, why not creating our own currency? It is a process. And these countries are in the process. Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are in the process of creating their own currency. And they think that is not very easy. So you have to look many things on economic and development and many things you have to look. But at the end of the day, these countries are going to have their own currency. At this time when France still holding CFA franc, so we need to use our resources to fund our project. And that's what Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing. So don't be misled by some information that Burkina Faso is offering gold resources to Russia or to any other countries for the interest of few people. That is not a lie. All of us, we see construction being done in the country. We see recently the Prime Minister of Burkina Faso announced that the state has decided to build a military industry. As you know, military as an expert in maintenance of some weapons and technologies. So, and of course, to build this military industrial complex, it needs technologies, transfer of technologies. And as you know, that these countries, Western countries, Washington, Europe, will not support. So we need to use our gold, to use experts and friends who are ready to help us. Don't expect anything from those who enslaved and colonized us. So don't expect something new from our former colonizers. Always they want to remain in where we are now. And that's why you see we are looking somewhere else. We are looking in China, in Russia, and India, Brazil. We are trying to look on those countries to seek business support. We don't want help. We want to do business. We want exchange. If we have gold, we can share some of our gold to Russia, and Russia can share with us technology. And that's what we want. And that's what's happening between Russia and Burkina Faso. If Russia and China decided to help Burkina Faso and Africa to build a defense system, how do you pay them while France is not going to print the CFA franc currency? The best way is to pay with gold. And that's why you see Captain Ibrahim Traore has decided to take that steps. So don't be cheated, don't be misled by this information. Burkina Faso is looking in the right direction. And one thing that I'm very happy with is that this contract is for 8 years only. It is not as those contracts that we have always seen, the contracts of 100 years, contracts of maybe 50 years, but for this contract, it is almost 8 years only for Russian company to exploit minerals, gold minerals in Burkina Faso. And as I said, we want nuclear technology, so we have to exchange. So don't expect that America will give us nuclear technology. Look what America is doing to Iran and these countries that have nuclear. So we need, first of all, to make sure that we have knowledge. Then from there, we can start processing our nuclear. As you know that these countries, I mean Sahel, if you talk about Sahel, you talk about Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. They have high deposit of uranium, and that's why France has been exploiting uranium from Niger and powering France and European countries, while Niger itself and other African countries remain in darkness. So, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen, we want to transform our countries. Schools are being built, you see, in Burkina Faso, they are being constructed. You see, hospitals are being built. Students are going to school for free. Agricultural equipment are being bought, distributed to farmers. You see, but all these things need money. All these things need funds. Where are we going to get fund? And that's why I'm saying we have to sell what we have and to buy what we don't have. We don't have technology, we need to buy that technology. We don't have machinery, equipment, we have to buy those equipment. And that's why those equipment that agricultural equipment and construction equipment, we are bought from somewhere. We are not bought from, those things are not made in Burkina Faso. So you have to buy from others. You see? So slowly you will start manufacturing your own. You have to send and to send your people, your young people to schools, to international and these good schools, innovation schools, so that our young men and women can start manufacturing this equipment here in the continent of Africa. And that's why we have been saying that we need to come together. We need to unite as Africa. So right now, America are trying to mislead this information that Burkina Faso has offering minerals, gold to whatever they say, to Russia, to China. But this is a business. Friends, fellow Africans, this is a business. And if America will come with a good deal, not these exploitative deals, I think America will sign contract with Burkina Faso. We need good deals, not these exploitative deals, the deals that are not helping Africans, because we have been allowing our minerals are being sold and exploited for many years, but we get nothing. Look, our countries are still poor. So I think we need to change. That's why you see right now many African countries are looking east. We have been looking west for too long. There are those who are trying to mislead this information, but all in all, kings and queens, this license has followed all process. All national regulation and laws has been followed. So there are those who are trying to mislead this information, and of course in favor of the words of U.S. General. But all in all, you must understand that Captain Ibrahim Traore is a visionary leader. He knows what he's doing. You remember that Burkina Faso and Russia signed agreement for Russia to support Burkina Faso to build a nuclear power plant. So through this contract, there's some amount that is going to support the building of nuclear power plant. And also Russia is going to support by providing experts and technologies on nuclear power plant. Not only that, also Burkina Faso has announced to build military industry. As you know, when Captain Ibrahim Traore came to power, he asked these Western countries to help to get weapons, not for free, to to buy weapons from them to fight jihadists and these terrorists. But the Western power refused. They said, no, we are not going to sell to you weapons. So what Captain Traore tried, he went to Russia. Russia supported. And Russia sold equipment and military ammunition to Burkina Faso to fight jihadists. But these powerful nations, and that's where you can understand that there's those people who are sponsoring these people. Because if you want to fight them, they are not giving you access. And that's why you see, for instance, the things that is happening in Congo. Right now, the SADC military soldiers and the equipment have been withdrawn from DRC, but America is going to deploy its own army. You see? So what does this mean as we go back to Burkina Faso and the Sahelian region and, of course, the entire continent? These people are sponsoring destabilization, sponsoring rebels and trying to make sure that our countries are not governable. And then when we try to buy weapons from them to fight those people, they will not accept. Why? Because they have been sponsoring them. So they want we to continue to be defeated. But countries such as Russia, a country that know very well the struggle of liberation, has always supporting Africans. It is not only to Burkina Faso. Do your own research and try to find the truth. Russia has helped African countries to fight colonialism. Some of Africans went to Russia to be trained to fight colonialism and to fight for freedom. So Russia has been a friend of Africa for many years. So today, maybe we, the current generation, we are not much familiar with history that Russia helped, Russia, China, are those who were on the side of Africans during colonialism. And that's why right now you see they're trying to narrate negative about Russia and China. But we know very well, yes, there are sometimes there are some exploitation and some bad contract between these countries and Africa. But it's not about them. It's about we African leaders, or African people. We are the ones who are signing this poor contract. These countries are in the business of finding resources. So when you become weak, you negotiate poorly, automatically you'll be defeated. But these countries have never exploiting Africa in such a way of looking Africans as a colonizer, as a slaves. These countries never be colonizers. And that's why you see many African countries are happy with these countries. You see people in South Africa, if you listen to what Malema is talking about Russia, China, you hear that Africans, they feel that China and Russia are our best friend. But these others are the ones who are trying to destabilize. And because they have been overthrown our leaders. For instance, look who assassinated the Patrice Emery Lumumba of Congo, who destabilized the Congo, who assassinated Muammar al-Gaddafi. It's not about Russia. We know. And recently, the president of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, came out and speak loudly that when we were on board to go to Tripoli, NATO found us that don't go to Tripoli. So just imagine. So you see, it's not about Russia or China. It's about others who said don't go, leave Gaddafi alone. So these countries have never become our enemies. And we must not create enemies, dear lovely family friends. Captain Traore understands very well. And to see that he has granted this thing, he knows what he's doing. We cannot fight two enemies at the same time. So we need to please few of them. Let us start with this. Let us join with Russia to fight those who want to destabilize us. Let us join with China to fight those who want to destabilize us. Then after that, we'll come on the table and say that now it is enough. Go home, go back home. And one thing that is so good in this contract, it is almost for 8 years. Not this contract that we see in the continent of Africa, where people are signing a contract of 100 years, 50 years. But in this contract, it's only 8 years. The thing that shocked many Africans. We have been always saying that we sign contract of more than 50 years. But Captain Ibrahim Traore has said, no, 8 years is enough. Maybe if you are preparing for 3 years, 5 years on your operation, it is enough. Then from there, we can see and we can, of course, observe what have we obtained, what is the profit, and do you need to continue? Do we need you to continue? So from there, we can maybe sign another contract. But all in all, the aim of this thing is to support the government of Burkina Faso, not for the interest of Traore. As I said, Burkina Faso is under construction. The whole country is under construction. So we need to have money. We need to have fund. And of course, our fund is not enough. We need to do business also. We cannot maybe see that we don't need to do business. Because as I said this many times, if you don't sell and if you don't attract other people to come and invest, these countries that we have, these are destabilizing us. Or these betrayers will go to another country and they will access the same product that you have at a cheaper price, and then you will not enjoy or benefit from your resources. You see? So I think it is right to see that Captain Traore has granted this gold mining license to Russian company Nord Gold. So don't be cheated about the truth. The truth is that in this contract, there's a lot of things that Burkina Faso is going to benefit, because we have seen, even as I speak to now, we have many companies that are operating in many African countries, but they are getting nothing. So this time, we are going to sign a contract, or we have a contract that is so good, so nice, and we are going to benefit as Africans. So I know US is very hungry for this. US is not happy to see that Russia is going to access gold in Burkina, but we have a lot of mines in gold in this continent. So this is a part of our gold. It is just a part, not the whole gold of Burkina Faso. So don't be misled. After that, my dear family, friends, fellow Africans, let us not speak for too long. I'm here to clarify and to put things clear that the way people are trying now to mislead is not true. Captain Traore is a man in mission. He knows what he's doing. He is a visionary leader. He's not like other leader who's signing contract for 100 years, but he has signed contract of 10 years. I mean, 8 years only. So, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and also share our videos. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make African great. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, Africa.